All right. Welcome to Red, White, and Brown, Live, and we have with us here today Anup Soni. Anup, welcome to Live. How are you?
Hi, I am good. How are you?
Very well, very well. So I know it's very late for you in India and it's early morning for us here in America. But thank you for taking out the time to
Actually,
talk.
I'm in Singapore, so it's
You,
later than
oh,
India.
it's later. Oh my God, you are in Singapore, so it's much, much, much later for you. Thank you so much for taking out the time. But we know you're busy, and we know you have a really interesting series coming up, and it is called Saas, Bahu, Achaar Private Limited, and that is a really amazing. Title for a series that we're going to see on Z Global coming up on July 8th. So let's talk about it a little bit. Tell us about it.
Okay, so as the name says, Saas Bahu Achar Private Limited, it's about Saas Bahu and the family around Saas and Bahu. It's going to come on C5 Global on 8th of July. So uh, if I just tell you the one liner, I'm sure. Have you seen the trailer of the series?
Yes, I did see the trailer, and it's about a lady who, of course, you're playing the antagonist husband, and you got the kids, and she's trying to set up her entrepreneurial ventures so that she can get the kids back from you. I think that's the premise.
Yes, that's absolutely that you got it right. So that's the story, That's basically how she works hard and how she maintains her self-respect. So it's a very inspiring story. It's a story which tells you that we cannot take our relationships for granted. We have to respect each other's. Uh, you know, what should I say? I mean, you need to respect everybody's position in the family. In a relationship, nobody is bigger or smaller in a relationship. Everybody has contributed. So you can't say that if somebody is earning, that person has more value in the relationship just because he's earning the money, because the other part is also taking care of the other aspects of relationships and families. So in it's it's a story about people. It's a story about human emotions. It's a story about how we react to certain emotions and how we cross that line. When an emotion we say something which is not the correct way, we do something which is not the right thing to do in a relationship. So it's a story about the family, and I'm sure most of the people will relate to the story.
So I think a lot of um, how we address a relationship, especially when people get married or create new relationships as we grow up, has to do with how we've seen our own relationships when we're growing up, and also how we perceive our relationships to be, and that's a lot to do with patriarchy. Does the series also have this element of dealing with patriarchy? Because I could see in the trailer that the relationship between the husband and the wife is literally based on that.
I won't give you all the details because you have to see the series. But yes, it's about, as I said, it's about relationship. There are times when somebody is wrong and somebody is absolutely right, but there are times where you feel that I did this because there was a reason behind doing that. You have an explanation for your act, and somebody who reacts to your action has also he also or she also has a reason to react in a certain way. So as I said, that it's about human emotions, how we behave in a certain situation in relationship. I won't say it's exactly about that patriarchy, because uh, there is a lot of communication in a relationship which talks uh, how a person feels. Like, for example, my character Dilip has his own reasons to do things. They may not be right or wrong, but he gives his own reasons that this is what I'm doing. It's not that I am the earning member of the house, so that's why I'm behaving like that. So every character has a reason why he's behaving the way he's behaving. That's what I'm saying, that the story is about relationship and emotions, which everyone, I'm 100% sure that each one who will watch the series will somewhere relate to the characters.
So you've done very diverse roles. How is this role in your career graph? How has this role that you have done for Saas, Bahu and Achaar? Of course, this is a collaboration between Z Global and TVF, and we know TVF stories are so immensely different and so immensely grounded, and beautiful storytelling from coming from them. And this collaboration between Z Global and TVF, of course, is something I'm really looking forward to. How is this role a progression to your own career path?
See, as I've always maintained that I am primarily an actor, and acting is something which is not only my profession, it's my passion too. And that's the only thing which can satisfy me most. You know, I might anchor a show, I might do other things, but acting is something which is my first love. I could say that. So this was a role which was very different from what I had done in past. As we all know that every actor gets into this certain image, and people also cast you in a certain way that, oh my god, so and so actor, he looks good in these kind of roles. So I also have a certain image attached to my persona that, oh, Anup Soni always plays an upright, good guy kind of role. So when I read the script, I thought I should do this role, because as an actor it's very important to showcase different roles, different characters to your audience, because and not only for your audience, also for your growth also. Being an actor, you need to experiment with your characters. So somewhere I always say that I am thank you to Z5 Global, and I'm thankful to TVF for reaching out to me with this script.
What are the three top things that you want the audiences to take away from the series?
One which is very important is that especially I would say that for men, that they have, I will not say that uh, that I am supporting feminism or any kind of ism, but I would say that men definitely need to respect women. That's the most prime aspect the series says, that listen to them. Communication is the most important key in any relationship. That's what I think people will understand, because the whole series, the kind of up and down that goes through every character, eventually it is the communication which plays an important role, where you kind of try to short things. Another thing is that it's very inspiring for anybody. Obviously it's a woman based story from a Suman's character, but I think for everyone, कि आपकी जिंदगी में अगर कभी भी कोई क्राइसिस आता है, कोई ऐसा बुरा वक्त आता है, you are in a critical situation, don't just sit down and cry and say that, oh, what will I do. This is the time when you take your life in your hands and take decisions for yourself, and do something to uplift your spirit. So that's what the Suman story is talking about. How to get back her children, how she fights, how she uplifts herself. That's the story.
And for men to support women,
Yes,
irrespective of what the women.
ab-
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And what do you want to say to women that you know off late, of course, the entire women empowerment movement. Um, there is this belief that women who sit at home really are not doing much with their lives, but I don't believe in that. We definitely don't. It is a choice that they have made, but women, irrespective of whatever they're doing in life, they are contributing to their households, even when they are not putting in the money on the table. Now, for those women, with whatever contribution they're making, their self-esteem and their self-respect is at a low. And this is a story of one such woman whose self-esteem and self-respect is at such a low that, even in the relationship, she feels that she's a nobody. And then this is her story of, her being able to pull herself out of that situation and do something for herself, so that she can prove to herself and other people that she's capable of taking care of her kids. Now, for that journey, what do you want to say to women?
See, I personally feel that in present scenario, there are a lot of men, even if their wives are not working and they are taking charge of the house. I feel that men have changed, and they very strongly believe the fact that if their wives are sitting at home and taking care of children and house, that's a big responsibility where they're in charge of. So the mindset is changing for sure. But yes, uh, because I would say that it's not, I could say that 100% it's like that. There are men like this where they feel that women are to be treated in a certain way. But I'm sure with time things will change. This is it's changing right now also, but with time it will change again. Especially women, if they go through, like, that's what I said, that Suman's journey is so inspiring. When you see this series, you will realize that how she's thrown in a corner, and how she moves from there. And especially when she says, if you have heard that dialogue in the story, that कि ठीक है बच्चे अपने पास रख लो, मैं अभी कुछ कमाती नहीं हूँ, when I'll earn something, I'll take my children also. I The whole motivation for her right now is children, to get back her children. But in that journey, she also realizes her own strength. तो कहीं ना कहीं क्या होता है कि कभी आप जब क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन में होते हैं, तो आपके पास एक मोटिवेशन होता है कि हाँ ठीक है, मैं अपने लिए करूंगा, मैं मुझे ये काम करना है. यहाँ सुमन की जर्नी में ये है कि वो अपने बच्चों को वापस अपने पास लाना चाहती है. तो शी हैज द मनी टू रेज देम on her own, rather than just keeping with the husband, because he's married to somebody else. But at the same time, she realizes her own strength also. So uh, अब ज्यादा बातें नहीं करते हैं. I'm sure audience will like the story when they see all the episodes, because trailer में you get to see the glimpse of the story. That's the purpose of the trailer. But I'm sure audience will love the show also.
Absolutely. We can't wait to binge this, Anup. And thank you so much for your time. And kudos to Z Global and TVF for bringing this story. And kudos to all the men who empower women and all the women who are strong enough to take the step forward. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for being with the